Hey guys, welcome back. It's Matt. We're still playing Perfect Dark, and haven't you been thinking that, hey, it's about time we, warn the president of what's going on in his government, all the corruption and murder that's been going on, and that the end of the world is on its way? Well, let's get to it. Joanna, tell us what's going on.
Agent Dark in position. I can see the main entrance to the base.
Good for you. That's a good start.
The cable car arrival point.
It's a cable car. Just follow the cable.
Joanna, that cable car is your way in. Our observer at the lower terminus has spotted a member of the flight crew brought in a minute ago. She is being escorted by airbase troops. I don't have to remind you that
they're probably innocent of any involvement in Trent's little scheme. They can't.
What about the guys on Area 51?
What about the NSA agents?
I don't know how far the conspiracy has spread through the NSA.
I like how we're asking these questions now after we've murdered hundreds and hundreds of people.
You have to get the evidence of Trent's betrayal onto Air Force One and show it to the president.
Yes, and protect him from his abductors. Do you have any idea what Trent's plan might be yet? What about those blonde guys?
Only vague suspicions, and I won't distract you with those. Good luck. Carrington out.
Did you hear that? Intruder alert. We'll get to the mind-numbing plot later, but what just happened is we were spotted during the opening cutscene. It is beyond our control, but sometimes it is possible for Joanna to be spotted during the opening cutscene. And that's what happened. An alarm was sounded and we failed without ever trying. So we're going to skip the opening cutscene and start hitting people with crossbow bolts. Yes, Joanna finally realized the moral problem with killing innocent people, so she decided to start using a crossbow with a sedative on it. So what it boils down to here is that the guys wearing white are airbase security, and they work directly for the president. They have no idea of Trent's evil doing, so we don't want to kill them. They will all be wearing white. The NSA agents who are loyal to Trent and his evil doing will be wearing dark blue. They are okay to kill. So keep that in mind. We're finally asking the moral questions, and I don't think we've actually solved them.
Hi, how are you?
And yes, we've put on the disguise of the flight attendant, and that guy ignores all of his fallen comrades in order to say hello to us, as if nothing has happened. You would think he would have at least asked, "Oh my god, what just happened here? Can I help you? Can I get you to safety?" No, the disguise conquers all of that. So what we need to do is we need to hide our guns. Because we are breaking onto Air Force One, we have to check our guns and have them stowed away underneath the plane. So what we need to do first is we need to find a suitcase, and these guys are businessmen, so they have a suitcase, and we're going to steal their suitcase. And we're going to put our guns inside.
Use that case to conceal your equipment.
Thanks, Daniel. That's a fantastic idea. Yes, we're going to put the suitcase into the baggage claim area. And it's going to be checked in, and in order to avoid the security that will no doubt notice the guns, we're going to have to disable the security, and we're going to do that by pushing a button on a computer. It's the way we solve everything in this game.
How's things?
Hey.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Let me punch you in the back. Now what's going on here is we're just going to clear out everyone in the area, because that's just going to make things easier for us. Right there is the metal detector. The metal detector will pick up our guns because they're made out of metal, and it's going to set off the alarm, but apparently the drug spy is not made out of metal because it doesn't set off the alarm that there is an NSA agent. We're going to shoot him in the head with the drug spy and knock him unconscious. This guy is innocent, so we're not going to kill him, but that's okay. The drug spy just has drugs. It doesn't have bullets. There are 3 NSA agents on this level. What happens is, if you let them live, as soon as you deactivate the security, they will decide it's time to take over. I guess I can spoil it. What's going to happen here is the NSA is going to successfully take over the airbase. It's inevitable. Your job is to get onto Air Force One. But this way makes it a little bit easier. We're going to leave our drug spy in that room because that's where we're going to head. And before we do so, we're going to throw some proximity mines around. What's going to happen is the guards are going to spawn at certain locations. Do I know what these certain locations are? No, but I do know the general area, so I'm going to throw down a couple proximity mines in order to blow them up when they do spawn. Now we've selected our suitcase, and we're going to put it on this little track here. And Daniel's going to tell us something.
Get stopped unless you do something.
Understood.
Thank you, Daniel. I hadn't thought of that. So let's go find that computer that controls the security for the entire base, and go ahead and disable it. First we're going to throw down a proximity dragon, leave that there for later, and head up the stairs to the security center. It's marvelous, isn't it? And by pushing a button I've deactivated the security system for the entire base, which, come to think of it, may have effectively allowed the NSA to take over. Oh well, we'll just forget about that and let NSA people die. Hey, let's take a look at this. That's why you put the dragon there. And it leaves us with a handy little exit to get out of here, too. So right now, what has happened is the NSA has spawned guards everywhere, and they all have K7 Avengers. And what we're going to need to do is work our way across this base, and we're going to have to steal the plans to Air Force One because we don't know what it looks like, and we're going to study it before we break in. You would think that we would have had access to that. Come to think of it, why does it matter at this point? It's a plane. We'll kind of figure it out, won't we? This guy hasn't figured it out because he's looking at a wall. That's not what walls are for, so we're going to shoot him for that. And make our way to the office where the plans are located. But first we're going to throw another dragon, because we don't like to be shot in the back now, do we? So you can throw dragons everywhere because there are dragons on the ground to pick up. So once you throw one, you'll find another one. And that guy tried to shoot us in the back, but he failed. Now, what normally happens here is when you get to the office, these guys have already exploded the remote mine they have on the door in order to break into the office. But we got here pretty quickly, so it's still there, so we're going to shoot it. It doesn't break the door, but it does break the glass, and we're going to find this safe. And how do you open the safe? Why, of course, you go over to the light switch and you push it. I don't know if that's how safes work, but we're going to do it because that's how it works in this game. There, we found the... Oh, it's the flight plans, not the blueprints to Air Force One. I guess that makes a little bit more sense. But then again, why do we need to know where it's going? We're trying to rescue the president. We can figure all that out later. So all we need to do is let that guy blow up and head down the elevator and board Air Force One. But first I'm going to show you something. We've discussed that the manner in which you finish missions can affect subsequent missions, and that's the case with this one. If you board Air Force One by hopping on that ladder over there, you will start the next mission on the bottom level of Air Force One. It makes sense. But if you board Air Force One using either the shuttle or some other method, you will end up in the top level. The bottom level is where you want to be. To get to the bottom level, you break that computer, which causes the laser grid that's guarding Air Force One to go all crazy. But we're on the wrong side, so we can't take advantage of that, so we're going to board Air Force One using the shuttle, which seems to make no sense. I don't know why they would use a shuttle to board passengers, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play on agent mode and board Air Force One from the bottom and just use that. Because it doesn't matter what mission or what level of difficulty you play on, it will let me beat it on agent and start the next mission on perfect agent on the bottom level. So I'm going to cheat in that manner. I hope you guys can forgive me, but for now I'm going to round this corner to the last line of defense from the NSA and board the shuttle. So as you can see from that NSA agent patrolling the area, they have successfully taken the airbase, and the president is now under their control. But little do they know that we're here to rescue him. And we're going to take care of that in the next mission, and it's going to go smoothly, isn't it? It always does. Alright, it's all up to us now. Join me next time.